technologies from the process of constructing this product. To begin with, I used WordPress to begin the process of blogging. This helped record the ideas and put ideas forward to use them. I use these ideas in media forms such as videos and audios and images to present my ideas effectively to give more depth into my ideas. I added meaning to the editing process through the transitions used. I used a cross dissolve to fade a shot out and I left a gap to show that time is progressing. I also used a cross dissolve to bring the shot back in, showing that time had progressed and the idea of it going back to reality. This is showed through the use of colour. Further emphasised the idea of the horror genre, the meaning of the quick close-up shots, using a cut between each shot to enhance the tension through the build-up, signifying the horror genre. Also adding to the enigma codes. Quick close-up shots are very conventional in the horror genre, and I wanted to conform to this idea through also having this in my opening sequence. These quick close-up shots convey the idea of mysteriousness building and the idea of the audience feeling more involved as they know something's going to happen, but it's the idea of when. Still using the quick close-ups and using the cuts between each shot help signify this well. I used GarageBand to record my voiceover. Whilst recording my murderer's voice, I added a sound to make the dialogue sound like it was coming through a phone. Here is the sound of the dialogue with the phone effect added.
I've been waiting for this moment for months. I'm here now and I'm going to cut through your insides, just like your poor friend.
I then removed this effect on the last line in the opening sequence. Here is the dialogue without the effect.
And you're going to join her.
When the murderer hung up the phone, the dialing tone went off, and when the murderer said the last line without the effect, it showed the idea that he was near her. Then created the all-important enigma codes, as the audience wanted to know where the murderer had been hiding, how close is the murderer to her, and what's going to happen. This is intriguing for the audience as it brings in the idea of the unknown, which is conventional in the horror genre. Blogging was a very helpful process when talking about our opening sequences and specific points that we wanted to make. As we didn't have to make massive paragraphs, we could support our points by adding in videos and other media ideas such as images, audios and other things like that to support our ideas. It was also helpful as on our blog we could highlight keywords such as shot reverse shot and eyeline match and other key terminology within our blogging process. Like the fact of blogging, you didn't have to make a massive essay on a particular thing, you could just use the media to support your points, as you could just state your point and you wouldn't have to go into too much detail as you had other media technologies to support your ideas. I used iMovie to put together our animatics. Although iMovie is not as advanced as Final Cut, it didn't have to be so detailed or in depth. It didn't need the editing, transitions and other things that was required in our opening sequence, so it was probably one of the best programs to use for producing our animatics. iMovie is simple and quick, so it's perfect to produce our animatics on. Although I used the tripod throughout some of my opening sequence, I didn't use it the whole way through as I wanted to make it look like some of the shots were shaky and unstill. This created the... Although I used the tripod throughout some of my opening sequence, I didn't use it for every single shot type. This is because I wanted some of the camera movements to be shaky. This connected with the audience as it made them feel more involved and more connected. When I did use the tripod, it was particularly useful in the panning shots as you could move the tripod round, making the shot look steady and controlled. Whilst producing titles for my opening sequence, I used a program called LiveType. LiveType was particularly useful as you could produce quality titles quick and easily. In Live Type you could include a variety of animations and font types.